Well, Governor Jeff Landry and state lawmakers are touting lower insurance rates here in Louisiana. They say it's thanks to the legislature's largest tort reform package of bills that are now state law. I spoke with a state lawmaker on the progress of lowering insurance rates and what happens next.
Insurance companies are touting record Wall Street profits. That's what they tell Wall Street. You can see it.
For years, state lawmakers have stressed lowering insurance rates in the Pelican State, which includes calling committee meetings late last year and a targeted attack on lowering auto premiums for residents during the 2025 legislative session, all to help alleviate high insurance rates.
We needed this news. From my perspective, as somebody who's worked so hard on this for the past couple of years, it's rewarding to see some of this hard work pay off.
Last week, State Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple announced over 20 rate decreases in Louisiana markets since January 1st. For example, State Farm reportedly announced a 3.9% decrease in their premium coverage cost. The reportedly lower rates are mainly due to less accidents happening statewide, according to Temple. And to State House Insurance Committee Chairman Gabe Fermitz, having multiple bids for insurance will help lower rates further.
We've got the mindset across the state that we're loyal to our agent, whether it's State Farm or Allstate or your independent agent, and we've got to get rid of that mentality. We have to let the free market work. Competition is the key going forward, and so I've been encouraging everyone, get 4 or 5 bids. Make people bid for your business.
Fermitz says state lawmakers work to create an environment where insurance companies now feel comfortable doing business with Louisianans. But while leaders call these decreases a step in the right direction, there is still work left to do. Fermitz says going forward, he'll be paying more attention to lowering commercial auto insurance rates. It's something logging contractors and dirt and sand haulers have been raising concerns about in the chairman's districts.
Same principle applies in commercial as residential. We have to let the free market work. We have to have competition. That's the only thing that's going to drive down rates.
Pushing to make insurance in the Pelican State affordable for everyone. And Fermitz says the future is bright when it comes to insurance reform. The reason, he says, is because of Republican leadership, specifically in the legislature and the governor's office, that is moving the state forward.